Hi, welcome back to another episode of Sankofa Pan African series. Let's now take a look at two other great African kingdoms and empires, starting with Egypt's neighbors, Nubia. Now, Egypt's closest neighbors were Nubians. The origin of the name Nubia is now obscure. Some have linked it to Nub, spelled NWB, an ancient Egyptian word for gold. The area known as Nubia in ancient times covered most parts of northeastern Africa. It extended from the Nile River Valley and went eastwards to the shores of the Red Sea. The southern part of Nubia covered present-day Khartoum in the Sudan, and the western part of it is the area which now covers the Libyan desert. The Nubians developed powerful kingdoms. One was Kush, which had its first capital at Kerma and later at Napata. Meroe was another Nubian kingdom. I will come back to it, to Meroe later. Now, the Encyclopedia Britannica suggests that Nubia was divided into two regions. The southern portion, which extended north to the southern end of the Nile River, was known as Upper Nubia. This was where Kush was established under the pharaohs of the 18th dynasty in Egypt. Kush was called Ethiopia by the ancient Greeks. Lower Nubia was the northern part of the region and was located near Aswan. The vast area which constituted Nubia is believed to have become populated by African people from the Sahara region. They began to move towards the Nile around 5000 BC, as I said in an earlier episode. According to archaeologists, Nubia emerged as a farming region around 3500 BC. And there is evidence to suggest that there were interactions between Egypt and Nubia and other Nilotic regions in the south from very early in human history. Ancient sub-Saharan Africans brought with them the art of making pottery to Nubia. It is believed that Nubians were initially mostly herdsmen and hunters of large animals. They eventually became fishermen and farmers. As time progressed, other people moved into the region from sub-Saharan Africa, so that Nubia's population was often a diverse mix of African peoples. In addition to herding cattle, which was a sign of wealth and social status, Nubians who were farmers grew grains, peas, lentils, dates, and possibly melons. One interesting fact about Nubia is that, in spite of all the debates about the race of the people responsible for the Egyptian civilization, Nubia has always been perceived as a land of black people. Even after Egypt became mixed as a result of various migrations, Egyptians clearly depicted Nubians as people with darker skin, while the Greeks and Romans called them Ethiopians in reference to their skin color. Egyptian sources sometimes referred to Nubia as Ta Seti, or the land of the bow, because Nubians were famous for their skill as archers. Nubia played a prominent role in the Egyptian army at various times. In addition to the bow, Nubians used the sword and the javelin. Other Nubians also served as agricultural laborers in Egypt, but became assimilated into Egyptian sociocultural life. Nubians mined carnelian, a glassy, translucent semi-precious stone, gold, and other minerals. They bartered these as well as cattle, ivory, animal skins, hardwood, incense, and dates in trade with the Egyptians for grain, vegetable oil, wine, beer, linen, and other manufactured goods. Nubia was the gateway through which a lot of products like incense, ivory, and ebony traveled from their sources in sub Saharan Africa to Egypt and onto the Mediterranean. Nubia also traded extensively by selling ivory to Byzantium and copper and gold to Ethiopia, another of Egypt's neighbors. Nubian merchant caravans traveled deep into the heart of Africa, as far as areas which fall within present day Nigeria and Ghana. They traveled in rowing boats and on camels to trade for goods. Evidence of houses with more than one story, which historians believe might have been built for defensive purposes, have been found in Nubia. Some areas even had pipe-borne water. Walls of stone have also been found in Nubian villages, which are believed to have been built to protect inhabitants against Arab invaders. Sometimes villagers built up communal stores in which they saved food against Arab sieges. Nubia was the major link between the Great Lakes and the Congo Basin of Central Africa, as well as the Mediterranean. According to S. Adam and O. J. Vercout, the position of the Nile Valley in relation to the Red Sea, the Saharan Desert, and the Arabian Desert facilitated direct contact with the rest of Africa. Please, once again, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you have not yet done so. Like it and feel free to share with your friends. See you next time.